for more updates about, I would say, the US and Iran war, which is now currently, I would say, the US and Iran, I would say, appear far apart, I would say, in, I would say, the diplomatic efforts, I would say, both US and Iran wanting to end the war, I would say, just in 24 hours, I would say, no, just over 24 hours, I would say, the President Donald Trump have a deadline for the government in Tehran, which I would say the Iranian government, which either to agree or to do, or if I would say a bombardment attacks on its own country, which is the Iranian infrastructure. And also, according to Donald Trump, which also said this during, I would say, the news conference at the White House on Monday, that will, saying that we're giving them till tomorrow on 8 o'clock Eastern Time. After that, they're going to have no bridge. And also, Donald Trump adding that they're going to have no power plants as well, which said on news conference on White House on Monday. Also, I would say Donald Trump also vowed to bomb into Iran as a stone age, which I would say if it's no deal, I would say that includes the opening of the Hormuz, which I would say it's reached by Tuesday night, which I would say on 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Tuesday night, without clarifying which proposal that he was referring to, and also on the Trump latest offer from Iran, which I would say it's a very, very significant proposal, but I would say the Iran or I think US as well, also adding that it's not good enough. And also, if you look it back, I would say on yesterday, which on his social media called Truth Social, which is his own social media by Donald Trump, saying that Tuesday would be power plant day and bridge day all wrapped up in one. In Iran, there would be nothing like it. And also, he used, I would say, some strong language like open the fucking straight, you crazy bastard, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch, praise be Allah. And lastly, usually every, I would say, the Truth Social, his social Donald Trump post, signed off by President Donald J. Trump. And also, let's go, I would say, to Iran's side as well, which I would say, according to a military command, I would say, saying that the US president, which I would say that Donald Trump currently was delusional, called his warning as a rude, arrogant, rhetoric, and baseless threats. And also, lastly, I would say no. And also, another thing, the Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, we usually call Iran's IRGC, which I would say has pledged to carry out, I would say, the major retaliatory strike. I would say, their intelligence chief, I would say, the Major General Alfred Kamani, I would say, was assassinated or was killed by, I would say, the U.S. Israeli attack. Also was killed in Iran, which I would say, according to a Iran saying on these statements, I would say people who killed was U.S. and Israel as well for these attacks. And that's it for the news today.